Alright guys, on this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make changes on the launch.ini file. For those people that can't get Dash Launch to work, this is a manual way to put your plugins on and make any changes. Just keep in mind guys, Dash Launch is basically a GUI way of editing this file. This is the file that saves anything, any changes that you do on Dash Launch, it saves on this file. So in case you can use Dash Launch, you can just drop this file with your settings on the hard drive, and as long as the name was built with Dash Launch included, it should work. Basically, this file is a configuration file, but you can open it with Notepad. You can just double click on it, it opens with Notepad. Okay, first thing first, right here it explains all the type of memory that are used by the Xbox. We have DVD, the internal memory from the 4G Corona, that's limited something. Most of the time you're gonna see this instead of this one. We have the big block Jaspers, and actually the flash memory, which we don't use for anything except all the important files from the NAND. You don't have to touch anything there, and you're using fake anim. Then we have USB, and then of course we have hard drive. First section right here, it's actually basically this is divided by sections, same way Dash Launch, the GUI is divided by sections. The first section is the path, everything that happens if you press one of these buttons while you're booting. Of course, you see I have XEX menu on my button X, and I don't have anything else. I give you this as an example, but it actually goes down here. I have my default on this case is to boot freestyle as default. Now if I want to change this from hard drive to USB, all I gotta do is this: delete the hard drive and just follow whatever is up here. So it says for USB memory stick, this is how it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna replace this right here, and that's it. Just save the file and you're good to go. Now remember, this is the root, this is the folder, this is the XEX file. Now on a case your freestyle folder is not called like this, it's called FSD. Just change it, FSD or whatever you name it. Just remember, root, folder, XEX. Now if your XEX is on the USB, on the root, of course you want to delete this, and now it's on the root. But in my case I have everything on a folder. Actually, you have to also make sure that the name is exactly how it's written on the folder. Now this is not the same thing as this, right? So always make sure it's written the same way as the name of the folder. Now if you just wanna, let's say you wanna boot on the regular dash, you don't want freestyle as your default. Let me change this back to HDD. All you gotta do, just do this. By just putting this sign, it cancels the line, so it's ignored. Let's put it that way. So it will boot to the regular dash. Now you want to put it back, you delete the line, it's back to be valid. I mean, you see, I'm just saving it. Don't save as. If you save as by any chance, it says text document, you gotta change it to all files and then save. If you save as a text document, you're gonna add the txt extension to the end of the file and it's gonna be invalid. From here we go down to the all important thing, plugins. This is where you change your plugins right here. Now I only have this plugin, but now you want to set, I don't know, XRPC as another plugin. So and it's on hard drive, so I'm just gonna copy this, paste it here, and then I'm gonna type, let's not use RPC, let's use, everybody use Infernus or whatever, Infernus, and that's assuming the XEX file is written this way. If it is this way, then I have to change it. So you have 5 plugins, same as Dashline GUI. You can just set them to HDD, you can set them to USB, however you want to set them up. You can do it right here, or you can just put them in a folder called plugins if you want to keep it organized, and just following this sample right here. Same way, root, folder, file. In this case I'm gonna delete it because I'm not using that. I'm just gonna keep my Expo neighborhood plugin in here. Now you have other options here. You have the FTP server for Dash Launch, which I have it on. You can just the way to change from on and off on Dash Launch is basically true and false. Here I have it true, so it's on. My port is 21. My UPD server, I have it false. I can put that. If I want it on, I can just put true, save my file, but in this case I'm gonna have it a false because I don't need it. This UPD serve is actually a way to update your file, your NAND from Dash Launch, but we're not gonna show that now. Now we have settings. This is some of the settings that you find on Dash Launch. Same way, you have true and you have false. Same way. False. False. It explains you right here what this setting is supposed to do. And then it's your choice whatever you want to do in here. These settings they all fine on Dash Launch. Now if you wanna do it through here, it's up to you. But most people, this is the important section right here. Now if you wanna disable export live, I can't remember the name of the setting, and I think it's called, you can do block. So a search, you have it right here, live block. I have it true because I'm not connecting to Expo Live, and I have live stream true also. Now if you wanna connect to Expo Live, I use Infernus up there, then you set this both to false. False, false, save the file. I'm not gonna save it because I'm not using it, so only these two settings. Use black on the search section to actually find it faster, but this is the main two sections that you guys will need: plugins and what to boot as default. This is my fake anim. If you want to say fake anim to boot during the boot loading, you can just put it here. If I don't want it, and just cancel it. That's it, guys. That's basically, once you save the file, grab it to put it on a USB or put it on your hard drive, and that's all you need to do if you want to edit the launch.ini manually. I hope you guys enjoy it and be safe.